But look at this, 2 terrific defensive plays from C coming right off the bench. He gets the swat, and then he gets the steal and goes the other way, and now he's at the line. And the first free throw is good. Mitrovic talking to his players. Almost as if to say, let's calm down. And C makes the second. Davies yet to come into the game, but he'll be in no doubt soon. There's Dixon. Brings some instant offense from the bench. Mavropanos. Vasilidis up high. Now the pass to Mavropanos, and he goes in and has a chance. Oh, and they're going to call it unsportsmanlike on Fofana. Watch this. He says, goodness me, I'm wide open. And yeah, Fofana didn't really play the ball there as much as he played the left arm. So Mavropanos goes to the line for 2 free throws, and it'll be Ike possession. The first one goes awry, and the second one is good. Mavropanos on the season at the free throw line came in shooting 74.4%. He had made 32 of his 43 attempts. So I'd say he's a very good free throw shooter. Well, Dixon just explodes, puts it up off the glass and in. Something about that part of the court that is looking good for Ike as they get into attack mode. Dixon puts them back in front. Both Ukic and Dixon have scored from drives right there. And alley-oop pass, and Fofana misses. Boy, that was a beautiful pass from Schuler. Now Vasilidis puts up the 3 in transition and gets it back to Wright. See if Wright's got the right stuff this time. Back to C. There's Wright again. Too hard. Fofana gets it and goes up, and this time makes no mistake. Bounce pass back to Mavropanos. Vasilidis pops up. Ukic now. And he's not going to get much joy there. He was trying to throw it up to Mavropanos, and quickly Monaco on the break. And Ouattara had the look that he wanted. Now, interestingly, what a luxury it is to have Gladier coming in off the bench. And Ouattara is going to take a seat. Ilonu as well has come in for Ike. So both these teams not even at the midpoint of the first quarter, making some changes. Quick pass to C. And C's going to go a little shake and bake. He's going to settle for the jump shot. Fofana misses, or rather keeps it alive, but not able to corral it. Mavropanos had him on his back. McGrath. Vasilidis tries to make the bounce pass. And Vasilidis having words with Vicente Bulto, who he knows from his days playing in Spain. This was Fofana saying, nobody's stopping this. Fee-fi-fo Fana. How about that? It just came to me. Now, Sakota gets inside, and the foul called on C. That's a pretty physical game on the interior right now for both of these teams. Defensively. What a luxury to have a Sakota coming off the bench. Interesting, Sakota leading kind of with his left arm there. Now, Brad Newley left Gran Canaria after last season where he'd played a few seasons. He'd been in Spain and went back to play in Australia in the National Basketball League. And then right after the regular season signed a contract to come play with AEK. So that's quite a reinforcement as well. So that often happens with players from down under, from New Zealand, from Australia. They come all the way to Europe once their league seasons end. Fofana. Now right, and it goes off the hands of Abudu, Jordan Abudu. And right now comes out. So Mitrovic, see the turnover game, 4 for AEK. D-Boston in the game now for Wright. And now Gladier comes out and fouls Newley. So Australia at the line here. Too many fouls being committed here by Monaco. They've put him on the line, and Newley misses the first. Remember, these ties are decided by the aggregate score of the first leg and the second leg. So this is the first leg. And you can imagine when you look back to last week with Dinamo Sassari escaping with a 1-point win on aggregate over Ches Nimburg, that every free throw, every point matters. And there you have the three-pointer from Davies. Davies played in the FIBA Europe Cup final last year with Varese. And now, beautiful play inside by Elonu. Good strong move. Gladier fouled by Elonu. That is only the fourth. So any more fouls and Monaco will be on the line. Here's Bost. And here we go. So it'll be free throws. Free throws coming for Ouattara. So Ouattara at the line. And misses the first. He came in shooting 66.7% at the free throw line, and he misses both. They really try to disrupt the point guards in the middle of the floor, don't they? Up high. Where they think they're possibly going to force a turnover. And another foul called on Abudu, and that means free throws for AEK. That's just giving points away. Sakota is known for his perimeter game and that shooting touch that he's used to good effect this season in the Basketball Champions League. Sakota shooting almost 40%, well 39.1% from three-point range. And he came in shooting 87.5% at the free throw line. So anytime you foul him, it's just like, here, take 2 points. Davies from the top of the key, and they scrap away, try to get it back. And Abudu reaches in, and a foul called on Monaco. And now Mitrovic is being warned, if he continues to complain, he's going to get a technical. I think the referee's got it right. Well, I think newly Mitrovic is alleging, had a little theatrics there when the Monaco players were reaching in. In fact, they have called the technical. So Newley will take the technical. He'll take the free throws first of all, and then Doves will be interesting to see if he leaves him out there to take the technical. I'm guessing he'll go to Sakota. No, he's going to go to McGrath. McGraw's an 81.8% free throw shooter. And he gets to the fall. Sakota must be peeved he wasn't allowed to go take the technicals. And all of a sudden, Ike opening up a 5-point lead, their biggest of the game. I'll tell you, they've got a lot of options coming off the bench. Ike, these two guys could start. And it goes to Elonu, and he was put off the shot by Davies coming from behind. Oh, beautiful pass from Gladier. And Abudu makes the reverse layup. Now, talk about a 4-point swing. Had Elonu made that shot, it would have been 18-11. Newley out to McGraw, goes behind his back. Schuler stays in front of him. Now Abudu. That's a tough matchup for him against McGraw. Elonu over on the baseline and draws iron. And here's D. Bost. Head up, pulls up for three. And that was way too hard. And Mitrovic says, calm down, guys. They do have sort of a playground-esque approach on offense at times. Monaco. Sakota for three. Go! Well, back up to a 6-point advantage. He's hit 27 three-pointers this season. Now it's 28 in the Basketball Champions League. And beautiful passing. But Abudu may have traveled. Yes, he did. He kind of shuffled his feet. And Mitrovic disagrees with it and just hurriedly goes to the bench to sit down. And that was a good reach by Davies just to put Elonu off a little bit. But look, Sakota, a good step, couple of steps behind the line and nails the three. And I think you could. It looked a bit awkward, but you can understand why Monaco complained against that call. Didn't really appear to shuffle the foot to move the pivot. Sakota again, almost the same spot. Just like that. Bam, bam. Sakota takes it up to a 22-13 lead, the biggest of the game. Dangerous time for Monaco. Abudu left open for the jumper. And Gladier gets it back, puts it up with the left hand. No good. Newley comes down with it. So McGraw has it, about a 4.5 second differential in the game clock, but they are going to call offensive foul. I think a moving screen perhaps, and that is going to turn it back over. So they'll have 10 seconds to get a couple points here. And the way this thing is going, 2 points or 3 points, very important for Monaco. They need to kind of change the momentum of the game. Gladier gets it to Schuler. Back to Gladier. Gladier's going to go hard to the basket, and he's going to put it up and in. And he gets it back to a 7-point deficit right at the end of the first quarter. Well, you can hear by the applause, McGraw's shot went in. But well after the buzzer. 22-15, Ike on top of AS-Monaco. Well, Ike, a couple of threes, just one for Monaco. And free throws are the big difference. 8 of 11 for Ike in that first quarter. 3 steals for Monaco. They really want to get points from their defense. They have been able to, but not as many as they'd like. 3 blocks from Monaco, and already 9 fouls on Monaco. Well, as you look back at some of the highlights here in this first quarter, teams feeling each other out just a little bit at the beginning, and the guards attacking down the right there and getting some layups, although you can see Wright almost came over and got the swat. Fofana was able to get a two-handed jam for Monaco. It was tight. It was like 11-10. And then Ike just really started to pull away. Brandon Davies came off the bench, hit a three-pointer. Ilonu then had the shot. He was put off by the Davies defense. Collection of the game. Sakota hitting back-to-back threes from almost the same area. Gladier getting the layup right before the first quarter buzzer. So there you have it. And we've got 1/8 of the tie in the books. The first quarter of the opening leg. And Boss drives in and is fouled from behind by McGraw. Mitrovic's team trying to weather the storm here early. Bost misses the first. So free throws go awry. Shooting 78.3% from the line on the season. There's Abudu looking on now from the bench. Motora back in the game, number 24. Sakota gets it to Mavroidis. And he's going to go at Davies. Davies just really got what he wanted there. Great low post footwork, patience from Mavroidis. And he scored with his left hand. That was impressive. Boss bounce past Davies. They find Gladier. And boy, Gladier is wishing he had been able to finish that, because it would have been a three-point play. As it is, he'll have to go to the line to make 2. Great sharing of the ball. Davies comes out. Oh, Gladier misses the first. You hate it when you're like Mitrovic and he's upset that Gladier didn't finish. You could see, because you've got a potential three-point play, and look at that. You end up with nothing. That is what gives a coach, when he has hair, gray hair. Long jump shot, another one is good. And Dixon now joins the party from three-point range. And now the long rebound out to Sakota. And to Mavroidis, though, and he was trying to get it to Newley wide open in the corner, but his pass went out of bounds. But Ike pretty much getting what they want at this stage. And Mitrovic calls timeout. Let's go down to the bench and listen to the coaches.
We cannot play easy games, relaxing. Go and jump and make easy, man. Every situation they miss and they go 10. Don't need some crazy 3 points and play it. Listen. Let's play our three. You are on opposite side. Nick, after good screen, they try.
Look at the rebounds. Ike now on top 12-8.
And after zip 4.
5 assists for Ike as well. That's 2 for Monaco.
Defense, we know when they play well. It's max screen after, right?
Future Ike star there with the number 21, and isn't that a wonderful sight? I'll tell you what, when the players look up and see that, it only makes them want to try that a little bit harder. Fofana. Nick Kaner-Medley with those 2 fouls, and he gets rejected by Mavroidis. And then Newley saves it in bounds, but into the hands of Gladier. So they get new 14, and Rokolini Ukic reaches in to commit the foul. And that was a bump. We could hear Mitrovic during the timeout. Look at this, Kaner-Medley. Just not even close. You can hear Mitrovic saying, listen, guys, we've got to be, we can't be lazy with our shots. We've got to make layups even when we're getting hit. And that was the point to Gladier, because he had that potential three-point play and ended up with nothing. He missed both free throws. And Boss drives in and draws the foul from Mavroidis. Maybe just the slightest of contact from Mavroidis. But Mavroidis has been impressive. And Monaco have not been impressive at the free throw line. They're having a nightmare. 3 of 10 at the charity stripe. When it's charity, you got to take it. So it looks like we're going to have a 2-pronged point guard situation here. Gladier's going to come out of the game, and Wright comes back into the game with Bost. And see how this affects the pressure. And Dixon loses it out of bounds, and it goes back over to Monaco. So good pressure out on the perimeter. And now McGraw's going to come back into the game. And then as Doves tells Dixon to take a seat, he doesn't want to hear it. 8 turnovers now for AEK. It's incredible that they have a 10-point lead, but Monaco just haven't been able to really capitalize on those turnovers as much as they'd like. And Wright kind of lost the ball. The fans thought he may have double dribbled or traveled. There's Bost puts up a 3, and Kaner Medley with the long rebound gets it back to Bost. And Bost floats in, misses again. And now reaches in, Schuler rather, reaches in and commits the foul. Bost having no joy. He's 0 of 3 from the floor, 2 of 4 at the free throw line. Sakota, guarded by Kaner Medley. McGraw now being guarded by Wright. Tries to get the defense, and Wright just reaches in and picks him clean. Now a break, gives it to Schuler, and Schuler goes up and lays it in. And Wright has the reputation, folks, of a guard that you simply don't want to go one-on-one against, because he will pick your pocket clean. And McGraw found out the hard way on that one. Zach Wright, 4th in steals. It's AEK that have called the timeout. 4th in steals in the Basketball Champions League. Wright, 2.1 per game.
Sprint inside, we can pass here. Push and make fake inside. Push your player if he's with you.
Sakota with 10 points. Ooh, with 4 rebounds.
This Fofana will jump every time on him, right? Guys, don't talk in this.
On the first base, aggressive. Every position, aggressive. We can run, we run. Okay. Next offense, just call this one. Let's play. Listen. Let's go forward rotate with a good screen. Set.
20 points coming from the bench for AEK tonight.
Okay.
And that's always important. But if anything, it just shows the depth they've got on that roster. If somebody's not clicking, Doves will go immediately to the bench. And, I mean, to be fair, he's got Sakota coming off the bench. He's got Dixon coming off the bench. So those 2 guys could easily be starters. So some full court pressure here, making them take time off the clock, almost 8 seconds. Now Sakota tries to keep Kaner Medley away from the ball. Over to McGraw, 7 on the shot clock. Sakota open for a second. Now gives it to Mavroidis. Mavroidis is going to go at Kaner Medley, and Mavroidis had a chance. Certainly that was a position he would have liked to be in, but he just didn't finish. And he's a battering ram, if you will, that is difficult to contain for Monaco. Mavroidis is going to come in. They're going to have a 2-pronged approach inside. Haven't seen Haratopoulos come in yet. He was so good in the playoff qualifiers against Juventus Uthana. And into Mavroidis, and he was blocked by Fofana. So 2 free throws for Mavroidis. Nice pass from McGraw. And you can see Fofana, he got a lot of ball, but he had his left hand in the side, the back of that man right there. And Mavroidis has just been showing responsibility, and all I can say is that, you know, both these clubs fortunate that the other teams aren't making all their free throws, although AEK have certainly made a lot more. They are 8 of 12 at the line, and Monaco are 4 of 10. So Mavroidis splits the opportunities. Back up to a 9-point advantage. Well, you have it now 9 of 13, just 4 of 10 for Monaco. Bost. Back to Schuler. Schuler with a little runner. And Mavroidis with the rebound. Mavroidis taking on Fofana. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Fofana won that battle. You can see the intensity defensively that Mitrovic, the coach, wants from his players. And let's see if we get a different Sergei Gladier here coming back into the game. Fofana now out. Takes a breather. McGraw and his pass. Oh, and Mavroidis does get it off in time, but doesn't make it. Now Gladier. Two-handed chest pass over to Zach Wright at midcourt. Zach Wright. And this time McGraw picks his pocket. Good defense from McGraw. Moved his feet, just took it away. Mavroidis turns to his right and misses, and only red shirts there for the rebound. Schuler to Davies. Oh, beautiful pass from Davies once again, to this time to Nick Kaner-Medley. But Davies really does pass the ball well. Of course, that was well-constructed play that they work on in practice from Coach Mitrovic. Sakota drifts in, and good strong rebound from Davies. Right to Kaner-Medley, little pump fake, puts it up and in. And we might see a timeout here from Zdovs. And look at Kaner-Medley, a little bit of emotion. That's the Monaco that the Monegasques, the Rock, that they like to see. They push it quickly. They're unselfish. And Kaner-Medley, usually when he gets the ball down low, he's going to score.
One time. I say horn side for Costa because Gladier got him. Okay? Gladier overhelp. 4-man good screen. Roll.
So 3 of 4 from the arc now for AEK, just 1 of 6 for Monaco. If they can turn that around, Monaco, they'll improve their chances inside. Both teams pretty comparable. From the turnover standpoint, AEK 9 turnovers.
And screen and roll. Brandon, you stay up. Stay up. To have space, if you have good screen, you can go inside.
Hey, we need to stop. We need to stop.
2 more fouls.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Okay.
We haven't seen C in a while. He came in early. He had one of those blocks, fast breaks. Mitrovic has some good options. Look at that. Some great basketball fans from AEK. Good family entertainment. Nice date. Would you like to go to a movie or would you like to go to a basketball game? I'll take the basketball game anytime. Sakota. He made his mark in the first quarter from three-point range, but he's been relatively quiet since offensively. In the Owaka Olympic Indoor Hall, it's the round of 16 first leg game between Mitrovic's Monaco in red and AEK's and Zdov's AEK in yellow and black. 4:11 to go in the second quarter. And Vassiladis, his pass just out of the reach of Mavrokovic. And with Mavrokovic, I'd like to see it again. It could have been he was popping out rather than going to the basket. But Wright pulls up for three off the back of the iron, and Davies gets it. And Davies puts up a jumper. And then Zach Wright reaches in, keeps it alive, dives on the floor, but Ukic has it. I tell you, Monaco get an open shot, they're going to take it. Doesn't really necessarily have to be in the flow. They're going to take it, aren't they? McGrath inside the arc. And Mavrokovic has the rebound. Now he's going to go at Davies. And he turns and scores a nice little soft jump hook. And you could see the look on Zdov's face. See, that's what I'm talking about. Wright gets inside, puts it up and in. I've been impressed by the attack mode of Wright tonight on both ends. But this time, he was beaten by Ukic, but he was able to reach up and get the block. Davies turns, goes hard, puts it up, he misses, and Sakota comes away with the rebound. Boy, Davies upset with himself he missed that. That's when you got to dunk it. Sakota, his spot on the floor, but gets it to Mavrokovic. And Davies playing good D. The ball goes out of bounds with 2.5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Ukic, Mavrokovic. And he does not beat the shot clock. Good D from Monaco. That was just a great hustle play from Wright. I mean, he got beat, but he didn't give up. He went back and made a play. Gladier for three. Good! And all of a sudden, it's a two-point game. Five points now for Gladier. Over to Vassiladis. He goes baseline, hands it off, and traveling is the call on Mavrovic. I'll tell you what, they did it right. He just traveled. And Newley now going to come back into the game for Vassiladis. Now, I'll tell you what, it is impressive how Monaco have been able to battle back, playing their game. They've just turned it up a notch defensively, and they keep attacking like this with Wright. They're not making all their shots, but they're being aggressive, and they're chasing down some rebounds. Now Kaner Medley almost turns it over, and Gladier catches it out on the perimeter. Now he's guarded by the tough-nosed Newley. Schuler for three. Look at that. They're harried into taking a tough shot, but then Mavrovic on the box out is called for a foul. And this Monaco team not giving an inch. So Davies is at the line, and he makes the first one. Davies is he's only played 7 games with Monaco. Joined them late in the regular season, or halfway through the regular season. It's a tie game. Yes. When you consider how Ike were playing early on, that is quite an accomplishment for Monaco, because they were kind of falling further and further behind. Now Sakota, just like in the first quarter, the game changer, that's going to be his nickname. When in trouble, get the ball to Dusan. Look at that, a perfect 3 of 3 from the arc. And then Schuler answers with a 3. Schuler says, not so fast. Ike have led by as many as 11 points in this round of 16 first leg game of the Basketball Champions League, but it's all tied at 33. Mavroidis working and drawing the foul on Davies. Yep, and he definitely pushed him off with his right. So we've got a timeout. 25 seconds to go in the first half. And really, it's anybody's game, folks. Remember, it's the first half when you look at it in terms of the tie. You got the home leg and then the away leg.
The 4 rotate is pick and roll. You must go closer and around the screen to take away 3 points. This is the minute, right?
Sakota now with 13, leading all scores.
Who is number 11 is inside. You can make foul on him, huh?
Mavrokefiladis with 5 rebounds.
Let's play 3 up with the full, with the pick on 4, and with the set the screen for you, Jamal or Sergey. But full offense until the end, pass or shoot and everything. Okay, 3 up. But first,
if they jump hot side, I'm gonna cut back door.
Hey, stay in this spacing. Jamal on the ball. You and you stay on the top. Come on. Okay. No, Amara.
So it's 33-33, 28 seconds remaining. 25 seconds remaining. And anybody's game, folks. That's what we like. That's what we're accustomed to in the Basketball Champions League. And Mavroidis is able to somehow get that ball to go in. Good free throw shooter. But he got a lot of backboard and iron on that one. This is that one. To be honest, it looked kind of like a push shot. Well, what would the psychological impact be if Monaco were to score here to take the lead going to halftime? So Ike have committed the foul, and they're going to put Monaco on the line. So they want the last shot. See on the season, shooting 70.7% at the free throw line. 29 of 41 coming into the game. He makes the first. But don't put it past Monaco as well. I mean, you know, they can play some D. They're not gonna give you an easy time bringing the ball up the floor. So he makes both and puts Monaco back in front. And now Abudu is going to come into the game for C. And Schuler also is checking out, and Huatara comes back in. So we should get some full court pressure here. It could be something that Ike could break. And Dixon runs into the trap now. McGraw brings it across midcourt over to Sakota for 3. And the rebound and then the toss. And that's how it finishes at the first half. And I'm not sure Ike, if they could do it all over again, would have handled it that way. Because they committed the foul. They put Monaco on the line. And C went to the line and gave them a 35-34 halftime lead. So Ike, they've got the 4 threes, but Monaco now have 3 threes. And the free throw shooting now becoming much more comparable. They're very even on the glass, although Monaco have those 8 offensive rebounds, and that means more opportunities. Monaco with those 4 blocks. And really no Ike pressure to speak of at this stage, just 4 turnovers for Monaco. So we're at the halfway stage, halftime here of the opening leg in Owaka, and what an intriguing game it is. Ike Athens leading it by 11 points at one stage. Now they trail by a point against AS Monaco. Well, what a game we've got here for you tonight, folks. 35-34 as Monaco on top of the home team, AEK Athens. And I think what's impressed me the most about Monaco, other than their direct approach and going straight to the basket and really attacking, is the fact that they held it together mentally. I mean, they wobbled. They could have wobbled. They were down by 11 points, but they dug in. They chipped away. And here they are with a 1-point lead at halftime. And bearing in mind they are on the road, and the conversation with Sergei Gladier, he was saying, "Gosh, I got to be honest with you. I don't know, who's good and who's not good in this competition." Talking after the AEK game at Juventus Utena, AEK hit the road, and they won by just 1 point at Juventus Utena, and a club with this tradition and obviously the fan base. You would have expected AEK to really take control of that tie, which they eventually did at home. But the point that Gladier was making is, it's difficult to assess, the relative levels of all the teams in the Basketball Champions League. I mean, I think it's pretty. I think there's a lot of parity, and I think that we're going to see it in this round of 16 with all of these matchups. The other game tonight, you've got PAOK here in Thessaloniki, Greece. They're at home to Tenerife. Tenerife went straight to the round of 16, but they're losing by 6 points. So, that should tell you something right there. PAOK barely made the playoff qualifiers. They made it with a 7-7 record. And here they are on top right now of Iberostar Tenerife, one of the top teams in the competition, and a team, in fact, right now that is leading the Spanish standings. It's up at the top of the Spanish Liga Endesa. So what can we expect? Coaches are going to make changes at halftime, and what can we expect from AEK?
Guys, hold the system, okay? Hold the other people.
And what can we expect from Mitrovic? Will they just continue to attack in the same way? There's the young fan hoping his team can turn things around. But the important thing to remember is this is the first half of the tie. The second half of the tie will be played in Monaco. And who wouldn't want to go to Monaco? Well, you wouldn't want to go there trying to get a big result, because this Monaco team will be extremely tough to play on their home floor. See the selfie time, video time, FaceTime mama time. Monaco at home won their won their 7 games during the regular season. So that is not, if they leave here with a lead, they will believe this is going to be their tie to win or lose. They'll be very confident. That said, Monaco did win some tight wins at home. They edged Bamba 65-63, and they also won 71-64 over Ironi Naharia and 59-55 over Helios Suns. Now, Ironi Naharia and Helios Suns didn't even make it to the playoff qualifiers, but I think this is a different Monaco team now to then. They've got Davies, and they've got some other interesting characters in their team. Now, Mavrokovalidis gets inside, misses, and Ilonu gets in, has the ball taken away, but ends up back in the hands of AEK. Now Ukic, guarded by Davies up top. Ukic puts up a 3, has it rim out, and Schuler comes down with the rebound. I think it was C that knocked it over to him. Schuler goes baseline. Bost goes baseline and into Wright, who puts it up and in. And they continue to get what they want inside. Schuler and Boston each have tied their hair on top, and looks like the same hairstyle as well overall, although Schuler's is a little bit longer. Now Dixon drives in, puts it up off the glass and in, gets it back to a 1-point game. There's one thing about Michael Dixon. You know he's going to get his points. He hasn't played as much as you might expect in the first half, but here he is. He's got 7 points, and he's got the bit between the teeth. Boston and tries to take on the Ike defense and is denied by Elonu. I think Boston at times is a little bit too much one-on-one. That time 1-on-2. He's got to pass it. And the bounce pass inside to Elonu, but he travels. So good pass by Vasilidis. But Elonu couldn't control it. Couldn't control his feet. And the dump to Wright, who hands it off to Davies, and somehow he forced that ball in there. Elonu was right in front of him. And now Monaco with their biggest lead of the game, and Wright knocks it away from Ukic. There'll be 18 on the shot clock for Ike. Well, he is a menace, Wright, chasing that ball around. Now the pass whipped over to the wing. Now Vasilidis for three. And a foul going for the rebound. Called on C. Amara C. His brother Banja plays for Asvel. Ukic thinks about going straight at Wright. Wright not giving an inch. Now Schuler falls down. Ukic gets in and gets rejected by Davies. Davies on the SWAT team, up ahead to Schuler, and he puts it up off the glass and in. That's getting offense out of your defense. Excuse me, that was Bost. Once again confused by the hair. Apologies. Dixon over to Vasilidis, and then C reaches in, and the ball goes out. Right now, the game being played the way Monaco want to play it. I mean, how can Ike turn this thing around? Sakota's going to come in, so that's one way to turn it around. Bring in your best perimeter player. You lose your kind of your enforcer inside. Ukic over to Mavrokafalidis. And Mavrokafalidis just throws it right in the hands of Bost. Now over to Wright, back to Bost. Bounce pass, beautiful play, finished by Kaner Medley. And this Monaco team is looking pretty darn good right now, folks. They have opened up a 7-point lead on the road. And remember, they haven't lost at home all season long in the Basketball Champions League. Ike have to get a timeout. Let's go to the Ike huddle.
Junior, go back.
The rebounds.
And Lou go out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, guys. Come on. Go. Come on.
10 assists for Monaco.
Guys, defense, run back, good foul.
You see, when we start to they
Look
don't
at that, 13 turnovers for Ike. Let's listen to Mitrovic.
Yeah, I just did that because he got 2 fouls. I tried to go to the post early. Dixon got 2 fouls. That's why.
Hey, GG gang. Hey,
Come on. That's what.
Okay.
That's why I didn't tell you.
I love it. Schuler's like, yeah, but I know you want me to do this, but this is why I did this, because Dixon's got 2 fouls. I want to pick up another one. And Mitrovic was A-OK. Looked like he may have been a little bit surprised by the camera in the huddle. He's had it all year. Maybe he's worried that somebody from the Ike bench might be watching the telecast or the live basketball.tv cast. It's been our pleasure to bring you all the action in the Basketball Champions League, all the games in the regular season, the playoff qualifiers, and now in the round of 16, bringing it straight to your house or wherever you may be. A foul has been called before the shot. Elonu finds himself back in the game. It's going to be McGraw's going to inbound it, but again, we've still got a horn, so Fofana's going to come into the game. I don't think Kaner Medley wanted to come out. And in fact, he's not going to come out. And Fofana's not going to come in because he's going to have to wait. McGraw is going to inbound it, and he does get it to Elonu. Bounce pass to Elonu. Now McGraw, 5 on the shot clock. Sakota, he's going to have a hand in the face, but he's still going to put it up, and he's still going to hit it. Goodness gracious, what time zone is he in? I tell you, there is no substitution for having a player that can just turn around and shoot it from anywhere on the court. I mean, he is a long way from behind the arc, and he's making it look easy. See how that changes. Bost from the baseline. And now that rebound into the hands of Dixon. He pushes it quickly, and he is denied. But the foul called on Davies. So, yeah, he got him with the body. So I think Boston's going to come out, and Gladier is going to check into the game. But again, I'm not sure they're going to make the substitution in time. McGraw trying to get something straight over there with his coach, Zdovs. And Zdovs having to tell him what to do, trying to understand what he was saying first of all. Now, Zach Wright actually comes out of the game, and Gladier comes in for him. I think, obviously, with Bost out there, I think the coach likes his defense. I think sometimes he's a little bit too freewheeling offensively. Fofana's up. I got a couple of twin towers in there with Fofana and Davies. There's Fofana. He gets it down low, and Sakota reaches in, takes it away. You know what they say about the big fellas? If it's down low, you're just as short as the guy that's guarding you. And traveling the call, Dixon, he couldn't quite get control of it, it looked like. Watch this. There he is, just talking about Bost guarding him. And that was a good reach as well. Again, now look at Sakota hit this three. Kaner Medley is all over him. And he still knocks it in. And that was right at the end of the shot clock. Schuler to Fofana. Somebody's open. It's going to be Bost. And finally knocks down the three. Well, that'll do wonders for his confidence, but that was a nice play. They passed it, they found him open, and of course he's going to take it. Sakota drifts in, Elonu was there to tap it in if it didn't fall. Game starting to pick up the pace just a little bit. Well, Iberostar Tenerife came back to take the lead, only to now trail by 8 in the other game. And now Elonu has been called for a foul out on the perimeter, sliding in front too late of his man. Well, he's just moving his feet. And the referee saying he fouled us. The first foul on Ike in the third quarter. Can't have too many complaints. Gladier, has to take it away by Newley. Now Newley races ahead and lays it up and in. Well, talk about defense turning to offense. And foul called. And the game really is starting to heat up. Tempers and everything. Yeah, that was a foul. It was definitely a foul on Elonu if they didn't call it on Dixon. And that was good defense by Newley. I thought he might try to dunk it. Dixon comes out, Lanazakis comes back in. Bost gets it. Gladier, they got what they want, and he knocks in the 3. They passed it beautifully. They swung it to a wide open Gladier, and he will gladly take that. Sakota whips it into Elonu, 5 on the shot clock. Elonu turns, Fofana reaches in, the ball goes out of bounds. There'll be 4.6 seconds remaining on the shot clock. And Newley, good hustle, but now he's going to hear what his coach, remember he just joined the team, so he's learning on the fly some of this, some of the tactics perhaps from Ike. And the pass and a foul called on Abudu, Jordan Abudu, who checked in. That's not a good foul to give late in the shot clock, but fortunately for Monaco, they weren't yet in the bonus. So now there will be a new 14 seconds on the shot clock. Sakota from his spot. And this time Monaco lived to tell the tale. Sakota showing he's human. Fofana getting into it a little bit here with Elonu. Wright gets inside, puts up the layup and in. Boy is finding his way inside, and he's taking it, taking what the doctor gives him, what the opponent gives. And good hustle there from Abudu, almost coming up with a steal. Now McGraw fouled from behind by Wright, going for the steal, so free throws for Ike. And you put a good free throw shooter on the line. That was Boss. Look at that. That was a fantastic play. Pass went to the corner to Abudu, and then he passed it up to Gladier on the wing, and he knocked in the three-pointer. Remember, the final result of this game is effectively a halftime lead in this tie, because the second leg will have to be played next week in Monaco. And one of two, but the offensive rebound for Sakota, but then the ball knocked away. And Wright isn't going to mess around. He's going to push it. And he gets it to Abudu, puts it up, and it's good. And a three-point play opportunity. What a play from Zach Wright. He held it up beautifully, and then he delivered the bounce pass. Watch this again. And Mavroidis went for the block. And instead of getting the ball, he got the arm, and the shot was made. And I tell you what, if Monaco had been offered this position before the start of the game, I'm pretty sure they would have taken it. They're up 7. And the only bad thing for them is their free throws continue to be a problem now. 8 of 15 at the line. They shot 68.1% as a team. Now a turnover, and Ouattara fouled by McGrath. Boy, this Monaco team is it's got something to him, folks. McGrath snapped his head back like he was popped. The referee, though, seeing the foul that he committed. Right here, running around, trying to get some space. He's going to find it. He's going to fire it. He's going to hit it off the front of the rim. Fofana saves it in bounds to Lawrence Zakis. And then he's going to go in and score with the left hand. Boy, that was an impressive play by Lawrence Zakis. Right. Puts up a short jumper. And Abudu was there in position. But Mavroidis got the ball. Now, who have they called the foul on? Is it Vasilidis or Fofana? Indeed, it looks like it's on Monaco. Oh, yeah, definitely. Fofana for falling into Vasilidis. Davies back in the game for Fofana. So Vasilidis goes to the line, his team down 5. Look at that. It's not often you see 0 points for Vasilidis. He finally gets on the board. Second one is good as well. So back to a 3-point game. Minute and a half remaining here in the third quarter. Ukic back in the game as well, guarding right. Now Davies. Right. Changes directions. Gets it back to Davies. Oh, he tries to make the bounce pass, but that time Lawrence Zakis was there. He read it beautifully, knocked it away. Narvik Efalidis is going to go to work on Abudu. And Mavroidis just doing a yeoman's work inside, boxing out, but he can't get the rebound. Ouattara back in. Zach Wright dribbles between his legs to escape the attentions of Ukic. Now Boss back in, bounce pass to Davies, and great play. Maverick Efalidis didn't go anywhere, just took the ball right away. And now the bounce pass that time, well defended by Bost. Eight steals for Monaco, 6 now for Ike. Zakis again, the good hands. Oh, and Bost almost had it taken away, but he saw Ukic. He knew where he was. So it looks like Monaco will try to hold it for the last shot. I don't want to commit a foul and put them on the line, although they haven't shot their free throws well. Zach Wright passes up the three, puts up a little runner, follows it, keeps it alive, and Monaco will have to settle for a 3-point lead after 3 quarters. The Roca team. Well, some of the highlights and the lowlights. Monaco trailed by 11 points in this game, and they've come back to lead by as many as 7 points. And right now they're up by 3 with 10 minutes remaining. And bearing in mind, it's the first leg of the encounter. It's every point, remember, every second matters. So these teams, even if somebody falls further behind, they've just got to dig in. And remember, this tie is going to go back to Monaco for effectively the second half. That was Sakota hitting one of his 3-pointers tonight. He's been a weapon from downtown for this AEK team. No surprise there. Sakota's hit 4 of 6 from 3-point range tonight, and he has got a game-high 18 points. Brad Newley with the steal and the fast break. And Gladier, that was his 3-pointer. That was a nice play run by Monaco. And then Larzakis came in and did a good job of getting the ball and then getting out on the break and scoring. So those are the stats at this stage. Both teams 5 threes. AEK, though, 5 of 10. AEK doing a lot better on the boards in that third quarter. They now have 7 offensive rebounds, and they're out rebounding Monaco 28-22. Turnover is still a problem for AEK with 18. So it's likely they will have committed more than 20 turnovers for the game. 18 really already high. Zach Wright looked like he might fall down there. Bost. And Bost gets it back. And they find Wright in the corner. Good! Boy, that's got to be deflating for AEK. They played good defense, but they couldn't quite get hold of the ball, and it ended up with Wright, and he was able to double the lead. Now Mavroidis turns on Davies, and he was fouled for the shot. Mavroidis catches the inbounds pass from Ukic. Now thinking about taking it all the way. The bounce pass to Larzakis. He gets it back to Mavroidis. How about that? Just find the open man. A little bit of 1-2 action going. And a 3-pointer, no good from Bost. Remember, Monaco have not lost at home in the Basketball Champions League. So if AEK cannot turn this thing around and get even a narrow lead, you know, they're going to be up against it traveling to Monaco. Well, both teams trading blows. Davies has to leave with 4 fouls, 8.5 minutes remaining. So Fofana is going to have to play some big minutes here. And they've also got the option of bringing Kaner Medley back into the game and Abudu. And they've just brought C back in. Now C guarding Mavropavičius. Mavropavičius bulls his way inside. And Mavropavičius again goes in. And Fofana picks up the foul. Fofana now with 4 fouls. Boy, Mavropavičius is just, he's winning the battle for the rebounds. But he was short with the free throw attempt. Makes the second. How many times have we seen him go to the line tonight and make 1 of 2? So he's now 4 of 8 at the line. There's the free throws. Certainly Ike, more success at the line. Bost over to right for 3. And Mavropavičius once again boxes out. Another rebound for him. He hears the applause. Ukic. And Mavropavičius is fouled by Bost. That's his first foul tonight. Bost needs to play well down the stretch here. You get the feeling for this Monaco team to win or to finish strong in this game. And the steal from Fofana up ahead. And Ouattara goes up for the dunk. The two-handed jam. Goodness gracious. There is not a more explosive leaper in the Basketball Champions League than that man right there. You are not going to take the ball away from him once he's got his mind made up. He is going up and throwing it down. That is a contender for the play of the week, without question. And Wright is going to grab. Schuler is going to come back in. Ouattara showing us what he's made of. Jam City on the break. And that was something else. First free throw is good. So the second one is good as well. Zach Wright did commit the foul. Now Sakota comes back in for Mavropavičius. Zach Wright has 4 steals. He's got 2 fouls, 11 points. The highest rated player in the game for Monaco. Now Bost, Schuler over to Fofana. Oh, turns, puts it up. Oh, he could have just taken one little step and dunked it. But instead he tried to bank it in and he didn't have the angle. Look at the rebounding stats. Ukic now for 3. Good! We've got a tie game! It was almost a look of disapproval from Zdovs, like that wasn't what he wanted, but he should take it. That's a 3 that tied it. Now Bost into Fofana. And again, reaching in, Dixon knocking it out. Fofana. He's got to be strong, catch it, keep it up high, and go up for the jam, or go up strong. Boston's going to inbound it to Kaner Medley, who's back in the game. Shot clock winding down, 2 seconds. Bost has to put it up. Oh, that was big time, folks. Bost it. Cool, calm, and collected. Playing much better in the second half. He's got 9 points now. Certainly offensively. I think he's been pretty solid defensively from the start. Look at the foul situation, though. 5 fouls already on Monaco, and look at this. Ukic right down the lane, and that is going to bring a change. Gladier, who's he coming in for? Is he going to be Ouattara or C? And the alley-oop pass, and Ouattara again leaves planet Earth and throws it down with the alley-oop, and he's got a free throw coming. He is turning into a dunking machine. Looks like Lob City has come to Athens. Just throw it anywhere near the rim, guys. I'll go up and get it. And Vassiladis, goodness gracious. Coming to a poster near you. That was a fantastic play, and he rattles in the free throw to take it back to a 3-point lead. Well, McGraw back in, Elono back in for Ike, Sakota, Dixon, and Newley. Dixon gets inside, whips it over to McGraw, wide open, Newley! And the ball hits the front of the rim and bounces over the backboard. That was a well-constructed play there. They would have taken that. Newley can knock in the three. Bost passes it back out to C for three. And Elono with the rebound. So Ike living dangerously there, giving away the open three. Dixon. And good D from Bost. I'm becoming much more of a fan of watching him play, especially on the defensive end. He's out there. He's not giving much away. Look at this. He sees the pass coming. Get the leg up. Sakota drives in, and a foul, so free throws coming. It's a long time to be in the bonus. But you know what? You got to applaud Monaco for their defense tonight. I mean, they're going to give away some fouls the way they play. They've been playing aggressively. And now the free throw shooting machine is at the line, Sakota, and he makes the first. He's putting up a big number tonight, Sakota. Already in the 20s. 20 points. 1 point lead for Monaco. Tanner Medley hands it off to Bost. Bost waiting for some movement. Somebody's got to move. He finds C on the baseline. And Sakota gets the ball, hands it off to McGraw, crosses midcourt, alley-oop, and Elono finishes. So Elono is fouled. He goes to the line. Boy, that was Lob City right there, all in the making, and Elono decided to go the old-fashioned lay it up and in, like when dunks are outlawed in college basketball. But then he comes down with the ball and gets hacked. So 2 free throws for Elono. We've got timeout. And Monaco kind of had, you know, they were in a more comfortable position. Maybe not comfortable, but in a better position. Well, no panic setting in. All smiles over there on the bench. And now some fluid coming down to the Monaco bench, courtesy of the Ike crowd. Come on, guys. Let's be good sports out there. Sakota with the 20 points, leading the way. 37 points from the bench for AEK, but 32 now for Monaco. And quite frankly, folks, I will be awfully surprised if Wateras dunks, both of them, aren't candidates for the play of the week, especially the first one. Both teams shooting it well from three-point range, or both teams rather have, 6 of 12 for AEK and 6 of 18 for Monaco. So AEK obviously shooting it better from three-point range. And the reason why is because they've got a guy named Sakota on their team. He was born shooting three-pointers. And you can see the ball boys, or the guy with the towel, has to come out and wipe up the water or whatever it was that was thrown from the crowd at the Monaco bench. There's Doves on the right, fretting. Ilonu is at the line now, makes the first one. Ilonu only joined this team late on. Well, he played 6 games. He has played 6 basketball Champions League games and a 42.1% free throw shooter. So odds are he'll miss this when you think about that average. And he does. So we're all squared at 63. And Ilonu with 3 points. Now Bost finds an opening, gets inside, puts it up, and good hustle from Gladier. And Davies gets it and misses badly. But again, Gladier turning into a beast on the boards, gets another rebound. And this time fouled by Newley. Just the second foul on AEK in the fourth quarter. And Bost trying to inbound the ball, and McGraw kicks it. So they're going to reset it to 14 on the shot clock. Now, the rebounding has been key for AEK to stay within touch here. They've opened up a substantial advantage on the boards. And Gladier does inbound it to Kaner Medley. Now Bost has it. Bost hits it back to Davies. Goes and, traveling called on Davies. I didn't see him move his pivot, but referee did, so he called it. At least they're being consistent, I guess. Watch this. I didn't see it, but I haven't been through referee training school. 9th turnover for Monaco. AEK now with a chance to go in front. The crowd will erupt if they get a go-ahead basket. Sakota gets it back to Dixon. Now Dixon puts up a 3. And the battle for the rebound, and it was won by Gladier. He was able to get it to Bost now in the break, and Bost just goes down the middle and reaches in, takes it back. No, he doesn't. And it's going to go back over. That was all hustle from Bost. Well, I think you just have to take that. Now, they're going to say it went off of Bost, and it's going to go back over to AEK. Those fans down on the bench are giving Bost a hard time. Look at this. Ilonu. Who are they saying? Look at those boys. They were really getting into it. Now it looks like it is going to be Monaco ball. And Bost is hearing it right now from that section right there at midcourt from the expensive seats. Gladier over to Bost for 3. And looked like he was going to rise to the challenge there and knock into 3. But he only drew iron. So again, Ike with a chance to take the lead. McGraw has it. And good defense from Davies, but the ball ends up out on the perimeter. Back to Ike. Ilonu has it. And again, he is bothered by Davies. And this time he goes up and says, I'm just going to finish it. And finally, really for the first time tonight, Ilonu takes his anger out on the rim. Schuler. And drives in, draws the foul on Dixon. And Schuler says the basket should count. And Vicente Bolte says, come on. Hey, hombre, no pasa nada. Look at this. Why is that? Surely that you would count that, wouldn't you? I've seen guys get baskets counted for far less there. Here's Ilonu going back up and says, you ain't blocking this, buddy. Schuler still pleading his case. I thought he maybe had a chance for a three-point play there. Boy, Schuler is strong on the finish, isn't he? Tanner Medley, Zach Wright back in. Schuler right at the line. Boy, there was absolutely no arc. That was a flatliner. How did he get that to go in? 65 all. Some hounding defense, and that means free throws. And the only thing you can hope if you're Gladier is that the man that you just fouled is not a good free throw shooter, because that is a bad foul to give. And it puts Leonard Zakis on the line. Leonard Zakis, well, as it turns out, not a bad free throw shooter. 78.3% on the season. And he makes the first, so it's just gift wrapping a couple of points there, most likely. And Larzakis knocks in both. Boy, it has been a battle, hasn't it? Remember, Monaco have not lost at home in the Basketball Champions League. I'm not sure they've played the toughest opposition. Davies, where did that shot come from? I mean, that was just way too early in the possession. McGraw. So Ike do not want to go to Monaco knowing they're going to have to be the first team to win a game there. They'd like to get at least an advantage here to take to Monaco, to the Rock. Well, we got timeout. Let's go talk about it, folks. Enjoy it. Savor the moment. Savor the Basketball Champions League. The Greek crowd. Savor these two teams. This is a great Monaco team. And certainly the best team in France right now. And they're trying to get it done here in Athens. Now, you see the field goal percentage, 19 of 43 for Ike, 25 of 61 for Monaco. By the way, Pauk has won the first leg 66-63 over Tenerife. They better start Tenerife. Saw the bench points.
Now, score one more time this sport. Okay. One more time.
And rebounding totals, Ike
with a
getting it
good
done
team.
there.
But listen now, Nick. If you give the pass, you make this. If you can get aggressive, okay. If you not, pass back and don't continue. Hey, okay.
Look at Mitrovic giving an extra word to Zach Wright. So you saw the bench point stat. That was quite interesting because at one point Ike were well on top, but they've got 67. Well, that can't be right. I'm just going to kill that conversation dead in its tracks. As the official stats looking at it, I'm not sure that's quite right from the bench points. So just under 2 minutes to go here in the first leg, and what a game it's been. Sakota from the left, and gosh, A man of his pedigree missed that one rather badly. That would have taken it up to a 5-point lead. And Monaco seemingly in no rush here. Davies, who had the quick trigger finger on the last possession. And now he turns it over. This is where ties can be won and lost. You know, you've got a minute and a half to go. If you're Monaco, you've done a great job on the road. You want to take care of business here in the last minute and a half. If you allow AEK to finish strong and get like a 4-6 point win on aggregate, you're really doing damage to your own cause if you're Monaco. AEK know they need to play this last minute and a half all out. They need points. They're at home. Ukic dribbles, puts up a tough shot, and didn't hit the rim, so they're going to continue to play. It was Gladier which chased it down. And boy, he's been neutralized in this game offensively. Ukic hasn't really been able to do much. Schuler and Ilonu reached in. Stopped the progress. The ball goes out of bounds. 8 on the shot clock. It'll be Monaco ball. Ilonu doing a good job here in the fourth quarter. That two-handed jam seems to have turned his fortunes around. Then you saw Schuler wrap up Ilonu. Looked like he was trying to get a foul called on Ilonu. So we got another timeout.
Line at box screen or fake screen the screener immediately. They came for 5 men, okay? We'll see who will be in 1 hour, 1 area. The long screen for 5, okay? This guy, make back screen.
11 points for Wright, leading them. Gladier coming off the bench with a game high, a team high 6 rebounds.
For the Sergei sprint and stay. Ball is here.
11 points.
Set the screen, you sprint down.
9
Use
points for
that.
Boston.
No screen for you. Just sprint here. No, short. Short screen for Amara and open. You open your safety pace. You understand? Jamal is on the ball. No, Jamal, you are on the ball.
That's a back screen for 5 men. Out of 2, back screen for 5 men.
But you are there. Just
Some perplexed looks on the bench. Listen to Coach Mitrovic there. He knows what he wants. The back screen. By the way, in that PAOK win over Iberostar Tenerife, 13 points, 10 rebounds for Keith Clanton tonight. Missed a double-double. McFadden had 9 points. 5 on the shot clock. And, boy, foul was committed by McGraw. Quick draw McGraw there. Watch this. Well, that was a nice crossover there from Wright. Ukic takes a seat. Larazaka's back out there guarding the ball. And Schuler comes up top to catch it with a new 14 on the shot clock. Zach Wright. He's going to explode down. He's going to be denied, and it's going to go off of Zach Wright. And Ilonu said, "Not in my house." Ilonu on the SWAT team. It was a good job from McGraw moving his feet. Oh, no, it was McGraw on the SWAT team. Sorry, we're going to have to take Ilonu off of the SWAT team. Here's Dixon. He's going to split the defense. And a foul committed by C, so Dixon will go to the line. 75% shooter at the free throw line. Michael Dixon. Makes the first. And I'm telling you, when you look at these ties, these home and away legs, every one of these points is important, folks. And AEK know it. They want to get out of here with as big a lead as possible. And this is where Monaco have to be careful. They don't want to give too much away. Ukic is going to come back in. So Dixon takes a seat. See, he has it. Gets it over to Bost. Gladier's still in there. And Cantor Medley. Wouldn't be surprised to see if Gladier ends up with the ball. Oh, no, it's going to be Schuler, and he's going to hit a three. And he's going to cut the deficit back to 1. Goodness me. That was a big-time shot. And he had a little bit of arc on it. He's a gamer, isn't he? Look at this. 2 guys right at me, no problem. And look at the Ike bench. Did you see those guys? Down to the end of the bench. They did not like seeing that ball go in.
Rest it, but you control everything. No, just play good defense. Okay? We don't want some crazy foul. We don't. We play good defense first. We start. We don't listen.
Rebounding totals.
Stay on the full court. But we stay in shadow. But listen, shadow, no some crazy things. Man on the ball, stay here. We stay,
17 assists for Monaco.
Just protect the ball. Okay. Some pick, we switch, control the
9 for Ike.
Okay.
And turnovers. Well, Ike have only turned it over once in this 4th quarter. So they've done a better job in that regard.
No 3 points.
Well, Wright has 7 assists to go with his 11 points. 6 rebounds to go with his 8 points. Gladier. Ouattara. I'll tell you what, his stat line does not do his game justice. He's got 7 points, 2 rebounds. But does he have the 2 dunks of the game? Without question. Even Ilonu's dunk. They're not as good as Ouattara. Ouattara's watching from the bench. What a dunk it was. Now, McGraw inbounds it to Ilonu. So Ike, desperate to get another basket here to take with them to Monaco. McGraw, 5 on the shot clock. McGraw drives in, puts it up, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Ike possession with 1.1 seconds remaining. Boy, this is a tie of intrigue, isn't it? This is a huge 1.1 seconds in the grand scheme of this tie. Trust me, folks. Ike, desperate to get a basket. And the ball goes out of bounds. And boy, that's a lot of time that went off the clock. There was over a second, and now there's 0.3. It's the home. It happened here in Athens as well. Zadov says, don't do me any favors over there at the commissioner's table. So I think what they're going to do is throw it up at the rim. And Bost reaches in, steals it. So that's how it finishes. Ike with a 1-point win here in the first leg. And you have to think Monaco aren't going to be too unhappy with that. And I think Monaco will be content to go back trailing by 1. And both teams' players congratulating each other after really was a terrific encounter. I've been spoiled this season to see so many good games, so many interesting games. It's Ike winning at 69-68. So they've got a 1-point advantage heading to the second leg next week in Monaco. Monaco, anyone? You want to go to Monaco, watch that game, see if you can get some tickets? If not, watch it with us. So Ike, 76% at the line, just 56% for Monaco, so they lost some points there. Ike ended out rebounding their opponents 40-29. Monaco with those 17 assists, 10 steals, and Ike ended up with the 20 turnovers. And 5 blocks for Monaco. I don't know how many believers there were or there are out there for Monaco, but on tonight's evidence, these guys have a chance to go pretty far in this competition, as do Ike, but especially Monaco. Sakota with the 20 points, caught fire from long range. He led all scores. Right. Very active, as we talked about, defensively with those 4 steals. Davies had the 2 blocks. Right. Schuler with that last 3 took him up to 10 points. Boss with 9. So Sakota, Dixon, and Ukic led the way for Ike Athens in the scoring here in Owaka. Well, I can hardly wait. I'm hoping on these end-of-game highlights that we're going to see Ouattara and his dunks, because if you're holding a coffee or something like that, you might want to put it down. Well, Dixon is a player that has been able to generate a lot of offense all season long. How in the world did Davies get that to go in? Look at this. Ilonu was right there. And that was Davies getting the rejection. Again from the other angle. Sakota. I think Nick Cantor-Medley is going to be seeing that shot in his sleep tonight. Look at this. Moving his feet, keeping his hand up. But Sakota's one of those players, once he feels it, it's going to go in. That was Boss hitting a 3. He, I think really played well tonight overall for Monaco. Here's Sakota showing us that he's not just a 3-point shooter. And this was Newley's big contribution, the steal and the fast break. And I love that. They pass it to the corner, and the corner passes it to Mr. Gladier. And he does what he does best, knocks in the 3. Boy, Zach Wright got the majority of his points this way, right here. Just putting the ball on the deck and going to the basket. This was the bounce pass to Abudu. Good play. And Lauren Zakas doing a good job of going to the other end. Zakas sometimes seems to get kind of lost on the bench over there. He plays early, then he doesn't play that much. Oh, look at this. That was Ouattara with the dunk. This is the one for me. I'll be surprised if this isn't the play of the week. In transition. Looks better from that angle. That was Boss with the shot clock winding down and hitting a big shot. He hit some big shots tonight. And that was Ouattara with the alley-oop. He's kind of like a surprise specialist dunker. It kind of like comes out of nowhere. He explodes well. This was Ilonu. He says, okay, I'm going to take care of this. And he goes up for the 2-handed jam. Had a little look at the defender. Look at this. But then he looked at Schuler. Schuler wasn't even guarding him. But that was Schuler where he didn't have much arc. He had a little bit more than I thought. And then this was his 3 late in the contest, which has cut the deficit to just 1 point. So, 69-68, Ike Athens win it here in Greece over Monaco. It's game on, folks. Another half to go. The second leg will be played next week in Monaco. And, folks, if you're in Monaco, there's never been a better time to go watch Monaco play. That is going to be some type of exciting encounter.